Hunger Games, Chapter 15, page 203. Do you get all the coal you want? Root asks. No, I answer. Just what we buy and whatever we track in on our boots. They feed us a bit extra during harvest so that people can keep going longer, says Rue. Don't you have to be in school? I ask. Not during harvest. Everyone works then, says Rue. It's interesting hearing about her life. We had so little communication with anyone outside our district. In fact, I wonder if the game makers are blocking out our conversation because even though the information seems harmless, they don't want people in different districts to know about one another. At Rue's suggestion, they lay out the food to plan ahead. She's seen most of mine, but I add the last couple crackers and beef strips to the pile. She's gathered quite a collection of roots, nuts, and greens, and even some berries. I roll an unfamiliar berry in my fingers. Are you sure this is safe? Oh, yes. We have them back home. I've been eating them for days, she says, popping a handful in her mouth, and I tentatively bite into one, and it's as good as our blackberries. Taking Rue on as an ally seems a better choice all the time. We divide our food supplies, so in case we're separated, we'll both be set for a few days. Apart from the food, Rue has a small water skin, a homemade slingshot, and an extra pair of socks. She also has a sharp shard of rock she uses as a knife. I know it's not much, she says, as if embarrassed, but I had to get away from the cornucopia fast. You did just right, I said. Then I spread out my gear. She gasps a little when she sees the sunglasses. How did you get those? She asks. In my pack. They've been useless so far. They don't block the sun and they make it harder to see, I say with a shrug. They aren't for the sun, they're for darkness, exclaims Wu. Sometimes when we harvest through the night, they'll pass out a pair of these to those of us highest in the trees. They're where the torchlight doesn't reach. One time, this boy Martin, he tried to keep his pair, hid it in his pants. They killed him on the spot. They killed a boy for taking these? I say, yes, and everyone knew he was no danger. Martin wasn't right in the head. I mean, he still acted like a 3-year-old. He just wanted glasses to play with, says Rue. Hearing this makes me feel like District 12 is some sort of safe haven. Of course, people keel over from starvation all the time, but I can't imagine the peacemakers murdering a simple-minded child. There's a little girl, one of Greasy C's grandkids, who wanders around the hob. She's not quite right, but she's treated as sort of a pet. People toss her scraps and things. So what do these do? I ask Rue, taking the glasses. They let you see in complete darkness, says Rue. Try them on tonight when the sun goes down. I give Rue some matches, and she makes sure I have plenty of leaves in case my stings flare up again. We extinguish our fire and head upstream until it's almost nightfall. Where do you sleep? I ask her. In the trees? She nods. In just your jacket? Rue holds up a pair of extra socks. I have these for my hands. I think of how cold the nights have been. You can spare my sleeping bag if you want. We'll both easily fit. Her face lights up. I can tell this is more than she dared hoped for. We pick a fork high in the tree and settle in for the night, just as the anthem begins to play. There were no deaths today. Rue, I only woke up today. How many nights did I miss? The anthem should block out our words, but still I whisper. I even take the precaution of covering my lips with my hand. I don't want the audience to know what I'm planning to tell her about PETA. Taking a cue from me, she does the same. 2, she says. The girls from District 1 and 4 are dead. There's 10 of us left. Something strange happened. At least I think it did. It might have been the Tracker Jacker venom making me imagine things, I say. You know the boy from my district, PETA? I think he saved my life. But he was one with the careers. He's not with them now, she says. I've spied on their base camp by the lake. They made it back before they collapsed from the stingers, but he's not there. Maybe he did save you and had to run. I didn't answer. In fact, PETA did save me. I'm in his debt again, and this can't be paid back. If he did, it was all probably just part of his act, to make people think that he's in love with me. Oh, says Rue thoughtfully. I didn't think that was an act. Course it is, I say. He worked it out with our mentor. The anthem ends and the sky goes dark. Let's try out these glasses. I pull out the glasses and slide them on. Rue wasn't kidding. I can see everything from the leaves on the trees to a skunk strolling through the bushes a pretty good 50 feet away. I could kill him from here if I had mind to. I couldn't kill anyone. I could kill him from here if I had mind to. I couldn't kill anyone. Or I could kill anyone. Sorry. I wonder who else got a pair of these, I say. The careers have 2 pairs, but they've got everything down by the lake, Rue says, and they're so strong. We're strong too, I say, just in a different way. We are. You can shoot, she says. What can I do? You can feed yourself, can they? I ask. They don't need to. They have all those supplies, Rue says. Say they didn't. Say the supplies were gone. How long would they last? I say. I mean, it's the Hunger Games, right? But Katniss, they're not hungry, says Rue. No, they're not. That's the problem. I agree. And for the first time I have a plan. A plan that isn't motivated by the need for flight and evasion. An offensive plan. I think we're gonna fix that, Rue.